If you drive a car, a truck, or a motorcycle, the odds of you eventually getting into a collision, they're pretty high. And if you aren't properly insured, your bad day could even get worse. I'm a personal injury attorney with more than 30 years of experience, here to give you some vehicle insurance tips that you need to know now before your very bad day happens. Well, first of all, if you don't have insurance, get insurance. But I'm here to talk to you about enhancing the insurance coverage you already have. And the 3 additional car insurance perks I most commonly hear people say they wish they had after they've been in a crash are: number 3, more insurance. Insuring a vehicle shouldn't be one of those times that you're going without just to save money. Absolutely compare rates against other insurance companies, but skimping on coverage just to save 20 bucks a month is a decision I see people regret all the time. And why? Well, because the minimum insurance coverage you pay for is never, or seems never, to be enough to cover the potential of what you'll lose if you get into a crash. Cars, trucks, and motorcycles, they are expensive to repair and they are expensive to replace. Medical bills, they add up fast, and people who hit you might not have enough insurance to cover your harm, or they might not even have any insurance at all. Figure out what policy limit you can comfortably afford a month and then go up a level. If you can afford a $25,000 policy, go for the $50,000 policy. If you comfortably can afford the $50,000 policy, buy the $100,000 policy. You're not buying a pair of shoes, for crying out loud. Comfort shouldn't be a deciding factor when buying insurance. Protecting your future self, that's the goal. Protecting yourself in the future financially, that's what you're aiming for. Number 2, more MedPay. Medical payment coverage, also known as MedPay, covers your out-of-pocket medical bills, such as co-pays and deductibles. The minimum coverage of MedPay is about $1,000, depends on what state you live in, but typically it's $1,000, then it goes up to $5,000, then it maxes out at $10,000. But each level costs just a little bit more than the next, and it's very inexpensive. Some policies even pay additional bonus money if you were wearing your seatbelt at the time of the crash. Now, if you don't have medical insurance, or if you do have medical insurance, you're likely going to have a deductible, because most people do. You have to pay that deductible. You have to pay those co-pays before your health insurance kicks in. And that deductible can be anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 depending on your health insurance plan. MedPay covers that deductible. But if you only have the minimum, it gets eaten up very fast. An ambulance ride alone can cost almost $1,000. MedPay coverage is very affordable, and you should get the maximum coverage every single time. And the number 1 perk people wish they had: car rental insurance. This is the most common gap in coverage I see, and the thing people regret the most not having. Not having access to a vehicle for weeks on end while theirs is being repaired, or if it's totaled, waiting for the settlement check, is the most abrupt reality check people face after a crash. Not being able to drive to medical appointments, not being able to drive the kids to school or go grocery shopping, having to take the bus, call an Uber, or rely on others to drive you around is a huge inconvenience for everybody. And I ask people all the time why they didn't buy rental insurance coverage, and cost is hardly ever mentioned. They usually say they didn't think about it, or they thought the other guy's insurance company would give them a rental in the event that they were ever in a crash. Well, what if the other guy's insurance company isn't thinking that their person is at fault? Maybe you're at fault. Well, they're never going to give you a rental if they think you're at fault. What if the other person doesn't have insurance at all? What if it's a hit and run? What if you're in a single car crash? Well, I see this happen all the time. Get rental insurance and avoid the aggravation. Listen, take it from me, who hears it over and over and over again from people who kick themselves for being caught without the insurance coverage they wish they had after the fact. Get the highest insurance policy coverage you can afford, get the highest MedPay coverage available, and get rental insurance. Like my 90-something-year-old mother says, better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You know, that's just good advice. I'm Dave Buckley. I'm a personal injury attorney. I've recovered millions of dollars from my clients. I hope you never need me, but I'm here if you do. I have many more videos on personal injury and a free ebook. Click the links below and check them out, and thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.